All right, so on this image, this is another example for a two-page spread. And for this one, I want to kind of take this left side and extend it into a more consistent color. This is kind of, if you're thinking about your layout and you want your story to be on, the left page and you want this image to be on the right. So I'm actually going to extend this image over, fill with a color that matches this dried distiller's grain, and then kind of crop out maybe part of this person in this image. So to do that, I've got to go and I have to change the canvas size. So right now this image is 11 by almost 17. And so sometimes this takes a little bit of guessing, but we have to figure out how we're going to extend this image. And so I'm going to hit this arrow to extend the image, hopefully to the left. We'll see what happens. And so I'm going to actually manipulate the width. And you know what? I know that a full page is 8.5 on the width. And I know that maybe about half of this existing photo is something good that I can use. So I'm going to go ahead and add 8.5 to this. So if we're saying that this is 17, that would be 25.5 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and see what happens. So we messed up. That wasn't the right way direction that we needed to go. So I'm just going to undo that, go back to canvas size, and now I know the right direction. I'm going to, instead of what I had before, this is what I had before, this is what I need now. So we're adding space to the left. And so I'm going to hit OK, and fantastic. We have all this space that we need right here. So what I want to do is actually get the eyedropper. There we go. I want to get the eyedropper, and I want to find a color that's best going to fit this. And you know what? I think we're not really moving around too much on our color spectrum, so I think I'm going to stick with this color right here. So on the CMYK, it looks like it's 204792. So I'm going to make a note of that. 2047 90 and 2. Hit OK. And so now I need to add a shape in here. So I'm going to be sure that the fill is what I want. Yep, looks like that's good. I don't need a stroke. I'm going to turn that stroke off. And here we go. I'm going to turn the free transform tool on and going to make sure I get that exactly how I want it. I'm going to draw one more. All right, so that looks good. Now we need to kind of blend these two together almost, and so that might be a opportunity to use a gradient tool on this image. All right, so I rasterized this rectangle. So I'm going to go back to the background. In this image, it's the photo, and so I'm just going to get this gradient tool, and I kind of want to go from a solid and have it go to the back, or go to kind of a no opacity. So I'm going to hold down the shift button, and I'm just going to draw a very small gradient right here. And if you want to, you can do it a couple of times. And so we've kind of blended out a little bit. And there's actually like a little speck right here. I'm going to go the healing tool and see if I can. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of clean up some of these little specks. So, all right, so there we go. Kind of made some few adjustments. But essentially what I did on this photo was I brought in our original photo. I extended it. I added I got the eyedropper to determine a solid color, created a solid color block, and then used the gradient tool to kind of mesh these two together. So now we have to review once more. So a 17 by 11, 0.125 inch bleed. We do have plenty of consistent colors in the background to put blocks of text. It needs to be a CMYK, TIFF, and a 300 on the resolution. So I'm going to go over here to the crop, and I'm going to set the width, height, and resolution. It needs to be 17.125 inches by 11.125 inches. And the resolution needs to be 300. Now, we're given the option of where we want to crop this image. And so remember, I want, about half of it to be a good place to put my story. And so I want to be really cognizant about where we crop this. So I'm going to, drag it over to about where half of it's going to be that solid block. So I think that's going to look like that. I don't know. I'm not real happy with that. I'm going to undo that. Let's do this crop again. All right, so let's see, our halfway point is probably going to be somewhere around there. I think that should be all right. I think if we put text over that, that should work out just fine. So image mode, you're going to switch it from RGB to CMYK, and then file, save as, and we want to be sure we save it as a TIFF. Save it somewhere so we can get it ready to upload. So I'm going to name this as Tarpley _2 page spread. And you know what? This is another example. You only need one, so I'm going to put 2 at the end of it. I'm going to hit OK. And time to upload it. So I'm going to go back to OneDrive. I'm going to hit upload a file, and there it is, Tarpley 2-page spread 2. I'm going to get that uploaded. And check on the progress. It looks like it's fully uploaded. All right, there we go. And so we're ready to drop that into a layout if we want to. All right, so if you have questions or need help, as always, feel free to reach out to me. Be more than welcome to meet with you one-on-one and work through editing these photos. Thanks.